I became a father on December 15th in a courtroom with 12 empty chairs. 2 years of paperwork led to Emma. 3 years old, foster system since she was 8 months, 4 different homes, the kind of childhood where you learn not to unpack. She was quiet for weeks. Then one day she fell asleep on my couch during a movie, and when she woke up, didn't panic when she saw me. That's when I knew we'd make it. The court date was set 6 months out, December 15th. I told everyone. Put it on the family calendar. Sent reminder texts. This was the day Emma would officially become mine. The day I'd become dad. I saved $35,000 over 2 years. Agency fees, legal costs, home modifications, court expenses. Every dollar went into a separate account. Emma's adoption fund. Overtime shifts, freelance weekends. My car made concerning noises, but Emma's fund grew. Years ago, my parents convinced me to add them for emergency access. I never removed them. That 35 grand? In that account. December 10th, 5 days before court. Mom called, excited. Honey, we're going to Tokyo. We leave tomorrow morning. 2-week trip. Mom, my court date is December 15th. Oh, right. Pause. Well, we can't make it. Already booked, non-refundable. It's Emma's adoption finalization. Sweetie, it's just paperwork. You'll be fine. We'll celebrate when we're back. It's not just paperwork. Jake, honey, don't make this into a bigger deal than it needs to be. We'll take you both to dinner, somewhere nice. Independent. Their favorite word for me. Code for, we're prioritizing ourselves and you're supposed to be fine with it. December 14th. Night before. My phone lit up with a group text. Photos from Tokyo. Mom in front of a temple. Dad holding sushi. Both of them grinning like lottery winners. Mom. Tokyo is amazing. You wouldn't believe how beautiful it is here. Dad. Best trip ever. So glad we came. Sister replied with heart emojis. Brother sent a thumbs up. Not one mention of tomorrow. Not one good luck or thinking of you. I turned my phone face down and helped Emma pick out her shoes for court. She wanted the light-up ones. I said yes, even though they didn't match her dress. Who cares? It was her day. December 15th. Morning of the finalization. I woke up at 6. Couldn't sleep. Nerves and excitement and this nagging feeling I couldn't name. Got Emma dressed. She looked at herself in the mirror and beamed. I look pretty, Jake. You look perfect, kiddo. Are Grandma and Grandpa coming today? My chest tightened. No, baby. They're traveling. Remember? They're in Tokyo. Her face fell slightly. Oh, right. Then she brightened again. But you'll be there. I'll be there. We were loading into the car when my phone buzzed. Group text. Mom. Good morning from Tokyo. About to have breakfast at this incredible restaurant. Thinking of you today, Jake. I stared at the message. Thinking of me. How generous. Then another message. From Mom directly to me. Mom. By the way, we can't make it to your thing today, but you knew that. Tokyo is just too good to leave. Have fun at court. Have fun at court. Like it was a casual dentist appointment. I was about to put my phone away when another message came through. Aunt Carol, my mom's sister. Aunt Carol. Jake, just heard your parents' Tokyo trip was funded by your adoption savings. So generous of you to treat them. I stopped moving. Read it again. Me. What? Aunt Carol. Your adoption fund. Your mom said you offered to pay for their trip as an early Christmas gift. That's so sweet. My hands started shaking. Me. I didn't offer anything. Aunt Carol. Oh. Well, they used it anyway. Your mom showed me the receipts at lunch last week. Said it was the best money they ever spent. I opened my banking app with fingers that didn't feel attached to my body. The account I'd named Emma's Adoption Fund loaded. Balance, $847, was $35,000 last week. I checked it obsessively. Scroll to transactions. December 11th, 4 days ago. Withdrawal, $34,153. Authorized by Linda, mom's first name. Memo. Tokyo trip, airfare, and hotels. I sat in my driveway. Emma buckled in behind me, staring at three numbers. 8, 4, 7. My phone buzzed again. Mom. Group text. Mom. Your adoption fund paid for our flights and hotel. Such a perfect use of that money. The kid won't remember today anyway, but we'll remember Tokyo forever. Thanks, honey. The kid won't remember today anyway. Emma's voice from the back seat. Jake, are we going? I looked at her in the rearview mirror. 3 years old. Light-up shoes. Hopeful face. Yeah, baby, we're going. I drove to the courthouse on autopilot. My mind was doing math. $35,000. 2 years of overtime. Every freelance project. Every skipped meal out. Every time I wore shoes with holes in them because Emma's fund needed another $100. Gone. For a vacation. While they skipped her adoption. Because she wouldn't remember anyway. The parking lot was full. December 15th was apparently a popular day for family court. I helped Emma out of her car seat. She grabbed my hand. Her little fingers wrapped around two of mine. I'm excited, she said. Me too, baby. We walked into the courthouse. Went through security. Emma thought the metal detector was fun. Made a game of it. The security guard smiled at her. The waiting area was crowded, families everywhere. Other adoptive parents, I assumed. Each one surrounded by people. Grandparents holding balloons, siblings holding signs, friends with cameras. Everyone crying happy tears. An older woman sat with her arm around a teenage boy. 3 generations, all hugging. A same-sex couple held a baby, their parents on either side, 4 grandparents comparing who could make the baby smile first. A single mom had at least 8 people with her, all wearing matching t-shirts that said, Official Adoption Day. Emma looked around. Wow, lots of people. Yeah. Where's everyone for us? I knelt down to her level. It's just us today, kiddo, but that's okay. We're all we need. She nodded, but I saw her look at the other families again. Saw her count the people. Saw her realize we had none. My name was called. We walked into the courtroom. Small space. Wood paneling. American flag. Judge's bench elevated at the front. And chairs. 12 of them. Set up for family. For witnesses. For people who cared enough to show up. All empty. The judge looked up as we entered. Older woman, kind face, reading glasses on a chain. She smiled at Emma, then looked past us at the doorway. Waited. Looked at me. Your family couldn't make it today? They're in Tokyo. She blinked, nodded slowly. I see. She read through the paperwork. Asked me the required questions. Did I understand the commitment? Was I prepared? Did I have support systems in place? I answered everything correctly. By the book. Then she looked at Emma. And you, young lady? Are you excited? Emma nodded enthusiastically. I get to stay with Jake forever now. That's right, forever. The judge signed the decree, made it official. Congratulations, you're a family now. Emma hugged me, threw her little arms around my neck and squeezed. I held her and tried not to look at the empty chairs. 12 of them. Wood. Padded seats. Waiting for people who chose Tokyo instead. The judge noticed. I saw her glance at those chairs. Saw something flicker across her face. Pity, maybe? Or anger. Mr. Peterson, this is one of my favorite parts of the job, she said. But I have to say it's usually louder, more celebration. We're celebrating, I said. Just quietly. Emma pulled back and looked at me. Can I call you Daddy now? Like, for real? My throat closed up. Yeah, baby, for real. Okay, Daddy. First time she'd said it. In a quiet courtroom. With no one there to hear it but me and a judge. We walked out. The hallway was chaos. The other families spilled out of their courtrooms, all balloons and laughter and phone calls to people who couldn't make it. Emma held my hand and watched them. They have lots of people, she observed. They do. But we have each other. Yeah, kiddo, we have each other. In the parking lot, I buckled her into her car seat. She was already yawning, the excitement and early morning catching up. "I'm tired, Daddy." She said it naturally, like she'd been calling me that for years. "I know. Rest, baby." She was asleep before I started the car. I sat there in the driver's seat. Courthouse behind us. Emma sleeping in the back. And I pulled out my phone, opened the banking app again, stared at those numbers. 847. Checked transaction history. Scrolled back. Found the withdrawal. December 11th. 34,153. Linda Peterson. Tokyo trip, airfare, and hotels. My vision blurred. Not with tears. With something colder. I looked at Emma in the rearview mirror. Peaceful. Light-up shoes on feet that barely reached the edge of her car seat. The kid who'd been in 4 foster homes before she was 3. Who'd learned not to trust adults. Who'd finally opened up to me. The kid who wouldn't remember today anyway. I opened my text messages. Typed to Mom. Me. She'll remember. 3 dots appeared. Disappeared. Appeared again. Mom. What? Me. You said she won't remember today. You're wrong. She'll remember. No response. I put the phone down. Started driving home. My mind was eerily calm, crystal clear. I'd made 3 phone calls to create this adoption. Agency coordinator, social worker, lawyer. Tonight, I'd make 3 more. But first, I needed to put Emma to bed, make her mac and cheese for dinner, read her bedtime story, be her dad. That's what mattered. The other calls could wait until she was asleep. Because unlike my parents, I understood priorities. And Emma was about to learn something important about the world, about family, about what happens when people think a 3-year-old won't remember. She'd remember. I'd make damn sure of it. Not through trauma, not through my anger, but through proof, through documentation, through consequence, through the kind of lesson that follows you for years. My parents thought they could steal $34,000 and fly to Tokyo. Thought they could skip the most important day of my life. Thought Emma wouldn't remember. They were wrong about all of it. And I was about to teach them exactly how wrong they were. But tonight I was going to be a dad. Make dinner. Give bath time. Read Good Night Moon for the 100th time. Tuck in my daughter and listen to her say, "Good night, Daddy," like it was the most natural thing in the world. Because that's what fathers do. They show up. They stay. They choose their kids over Tokyo. Every single time. The calls could wait. Emma couldn't. That night, after Emma was asleep, I made the calls. 9:47 p.m. Family lawyer Richard. Adoption paperwork guy. I need to restrict grandparent access. They stole $34,000 from her adoption fund. Didn't show up to court. I can file restraining order and sue for full amount. Do both. 10:15 p.m. Forensic accountant Patricia. Need you to trace stolen funds. 5 years back. Everything they took. 48 hours. 10:42 p.m. Private investigator Frank. Need documentation. Tokyo posts, receipts, every brag, for court. 3 days. 3 calls. 3 professionals. 1 goal. But first, I needed to see the full damage. I opened my banking app. Not the adoption fund account. That damage was done. My regular account. The one I used for bills. Scrolled through 5 years of transactions. Started making a list. Dad's car payment. I'd been covering it for 3 years after he temporarily fell behind. $550 a month. Told me it was just until he got back on his feet. Never paid me back. 3 years, x 12 months, x $550, $19,800 mom's health insurance. She'd lost coverage 2 years ago. I added her to my employer plan, told work she was my dependent. $680 a month. 2 years, x 12 months, x $680, $16,320 us, sister's daycare. She'd had temporary money problems a year ago. I'd been sending $400 a month directly to the daycare, told her it was a payment plan I'd arranged. 1 year, x 12 months, $400, $4,800 brother's phone plan. He'd asked to join my family plan 18 months ago, just until his credit improved. $120 a month. 18 months, $120, twa the $160 parents' HOA fees. They'd fallen behind during COVID. I'd paid the back dues and been covering it ever since. $300 a month for 24 months. 24 months x $300, $7,200 miscellaneous emergencies. Vet bills for their dog. Car repairs. Once I paid their property taxes because Dad said the deadline snuck up on him. Random hundreds here and there. Estimated $8,500. I stared at my notebook. Did the math 3 times to make sure. Total over 5 years, $58,780, nearly $60,000. Paid quietly. Never asking for it back. Never even mentioning it to most of them because I didn't want them to feel bad. And they'd stolen $34,000 from Emma's fund without a second thought. I pulled up my account settings. Looked at every recurring payment linked to my family. Started canceling. 11:28 p.m., Dad's car payment. Canceled. 11:31 p.m. Mom's insurance. Called the emergency line. Removed her effective immediately. 11:45 p.m., sister's daycare payment. Canceled. Sent the daycare an email. I am no longer authorizing payments for Sarah's account. Any future charges will be disputed. 11:52 p.m., brother's phone line. Removed from family plan. 12:03 a.m., parents' HOA payment. Canceled. One by one. Methodically. No emotion. Just clicking buttons and watching obligations disappear. When I was done, I'd removed $2,236 in monthly payments. They'd been calling me independent for years. Time to see how independent they could be. December 20th. Tokyo posts continued. Day 6, magical. Best money we ever spent. Each post saved, screenshot, cataloged. December 23rd. Brother called, phone disconnected. Left voicemail asking why, didn't call back. December 24th. Dad called from Tokyo. Jake, Merry Christmas. Did you get a notice about your car payment? Yeah, the bank said it bounced, but it's been auto-paying. From my account, I canceled it. Also mom's insurance, Sarah's daycare, Ryan's phone, your HOA. Silence. You stole $34,000 from Emma's fund while I was at court. We were going to pay you back. When? No answer. Figure out your car payment. Merry Christmas. Hung up. December 26th. Sister called, crying. The daycare said you canceled. I can't afford full price. Ask mom and dad what they did with my money. They said they couldn't make your court date because they were in Tokyo, on Emma's money. I'm done paying for everyone. But I didn't know. You never asked. Never said thank you. Figure it out. December 28th. Mom called. Vacation glow gone. We got an HOA notice saying we're 3 months behind. Was paying, past tense. You can't stop paying without warning. You can't steal without permission, but here we are. We're your parents. You owe us. I've given you $60,000 over 5 years. You repaid me by stealing from Emma. She's not even really your daughter. You just signed papers. Everything stopped. Say that again. I didn't mean, you said she's not really my daughter. That's not what Emma is my daughter. And you missed it because you were in Tokyo. On her money. She will remember. Not because I'll tell her you didn't show up, but because I'll always show up. You can't cut us out. Watch me. Blocked her number. January 15th. New Year had passed quietly. Emma and I had our own celebration. Sparkling cider, party hats from the dollar store, frozen pizza. She'd been happier than I'd ever seen her. My phone buzzed. Patricia, the forensic accountant. Jake, got your report. You're going to want to sit down. I was already sitting. Emma was at her first day of preschool. I was home, anxious, phone in hand. How bad? Bad. Your adoption fund theft, $34,153. But there's more. December 11th wasn't their first withdrawal. My stomach dropped. What? Over the past 3 years, your mother made 17 additional unauthorized withdrawals. Small ones. $500 here, $800 there. Some marked as emergency or loan. None ever repaid. How much total? $16,700. Did the math in my head. That's over 50,000 total. 5,853 to be exact. All documented. I have dates, amounts, memos, every single one traceable. Send me everything. Already sent. Check your email. Also, Jake, this is prosecutable. What they did is felony theft. I know. Are you going that route? I don't know yet. Right now, I just need documentation. You've got it. Every transaction is in that report. Courts love me. Hung up. Opened my email. 47 pages, every withdrawal, every date, every memo, all highlighted. My phone buzzed again. Frank, the PI. Got your package, uploading to shared drive now. What did you find? 47 Tokyo Post screenshots. Every single best money spent brag. Credit card receipts showing 14,000 in charges, hotel invoices, restaurant bills, shopping sprees, and your texts. Kid won't remember is going to play beautifully in court. 14,000? The fund was 34. The rest is still in their account. 20,000 plus change, just sitting there. They'd spent 14 grand in 2 weeks and kept the rest. Emma's money. Just sitting in their account like spoils of war. Send everything to Richard, my lawyer. He's expecting it. Already did. Also, Jake, I've been doing this 30 years. What your parents did is next-level selfish. I hope you bury them. Working on it. February 1st. Papers ready. Restraining order, lawsuit, grandparents' rights denial, process servers this afternoon. Do it. 3:47 p.m. Phone exploded. 17 calls, texts flooding. You sued us? Restraining order? Are you insane? You're keeping Emma away over money? Replied to no one. February 10th. Court. Judge Martinez. My parents with cheap lawyer. I came with Richard and 3 binders. Judge reviewed everything. Bank records. Texts. Tokyo photos. Forensic report. Looked at my parents. You withdrew 34,000 without permission? 4 days before his adoption? Which you skipped for Tokyo. We were planning to pay back. Was the trip booked before or after you knew the court date? Silence. Before or after? After. Judge looked at me. How's Emma adjusting? Beautifully. Calls me daddy. In preschool. Happy. Has she asked about grandparents? Once. I said they were traveling. She said okay and went back to playing. Hasn't asked since. Judge nodded. Granting temporary restraining order. 6 months. No contact with Emma. Violation means arrest. Civil suit proceeds separately in March. Bang, Mom cried. Dad went white. They tried to approach in hallway. Richard blocked them. You're under restraining order. Speaking violates it. They stopped. Stood there. I didn't feel triumphant. Just tired. Ready to pick up Emma. Because that's what mattered. March 8th. Civil trial. Different courtroom. Same judge. My parents looked smaller somehow. Older. Their lawyer looked defeated before opening argument started. Richard laid out the case methodically. Every withdrawal, every date, every text. Patricia's forensic report entered as evidence. Frank's Tokyo documentation. All 47 screenshots of best money spent posts. Their lawyer tried to argue it was a family loan. Judge asked for documentation. They had none. Tried to argue I'd given them access to the account. Judge asked if I'd authorized the withdrawals. I said no. Tried to argue they'd intended to pay it back. Judge asked for proof of that intention. They had none. 20 minutes of testimony. Judge didn't need longer. I find in favor of the plaintiff. Defendants are ordered to pay $50,153 in stolen funds, plus $8,200 in interest, plus $12,000 in legal fees and court costs. Mom's face went white. Dad gripped the table. Total judgment, $71,053. Payment plan of $500 per month for 47 months. First payment due April 1st. Bang, Dad stood up. Your Honor, we can't afford. Should have thought of that before Tokyo. Next case. We walked out. Richard was pleased. Clean verdict, documented judgment. They'll pay or we garnish wages. How long will it take? 4 years if they pay on time. Longer if they miss payments, which they will. I nodded. 4 years. Emma would be 7. Old enough to understand some things. Too young to understand others. Good. March 15th. 1 week after verdict. Their lawyer called Richard. Settlement offer. They'll pay $50,000 lump sum. Drop everything. No payment plan. No garnishment. Clean break. Richard called me. It's not a bad offer. You'd get the principal immediately. Saves years of collection headaches. What about the rest? You'd have to waive interest and legal fees, but you'd get your adoption fund back plus the previous thefts. I thought about it for exactly 3 seconds. No. Jake, it's 50,000 cash? I don't want their money. I want the court record. Pause. Explain. I want a documented judgment that says they stole from their grandchild. I want it in the public record. Forever. So when Emma's 18 and Googles her grandparents, she finds it. Court documents don't lie. Settlement agreements can be sealed. I want the truth accessible. Richard was quiet for a moment. That's actually brilliant. And cold. I learned from the best. Who? Them? Settlement rejected. April 1st. First payment due date. Nothing. April 15th. 2 weeks late. Richard filed notice with court. April 28th. Mom texted from a new number I hadn't blocked yet. We're trying. Money's tight. Can you give us more time? Didn't respond. Blocked number. May 1st. Payment arrived. $500. Exactly on time for the second month. Richard noted it. They figured out consequences are real. May 15th. First Mother's Day. Emma woke up excited. She'd made something at preschool. Card with finger-painted flowers. Inside, in her teacher's handwriting with Emma's spelled-out words, "Happy Mother's Day, Daddy. You're the best. Love, Emma." I stared at it. Mother's Day card. For me. Because to her, I was both. "Do you like it?" she asked, nervous. "I love it, baby. It's perfect. Miss Rachel said I could make it for you because you're my grown-up." That's right. I'm your grown-up. We made pancakes, went to the park. She picked dandelions and gave them to me like they were roses. We had ice cream for lunch because why not? My phone stayed silent. No texts from family, no calls, nothing. Didn't need any June 12th. Emma's preschool graduation. Small ceremony. Kids in paper caps singing songs they half remembered. Emma spotted me in the audience and waved so hard she nearly fell off the stage. After, families took photos. Emma grabbed my hand. "Can we take a picture, Daddy?" Of course. Another parent offered to take it. We posed in front of the graduating class banner. Emma grinned. I grinned. We looked happy because we were. The other parent looked at us. "Just the two of you?" "Just us," Emma said proudly. "We're a team." "Best team," I added. In the photo, it's just us. No grandparents in the background. No extended family. Just a father and daughter who chose each other. I framed that photo, put it on Emma's dresser next to her adoption decree. August 15th. Restraining order review hearing. 6 months since the temporary order. Time to decide if it continued. Judge Martinez reviewed the file, looked at my parents. "Have you completed the family therapy I recommended?" Their lawyer shifted. "They've been unable to secure." "That's a no. Have you paid restitution?" "They've made 4 payments of $500. Total of $6,000 paid." Judge made a note. $65,053 remaining. "Have you attempted contact with the child?" "No, Your Honor." "Have you attempted contact with the father?" Pause. Mrs. Peterson sent one text message in April. Judge looked at me. "Did you respond?" "No, block the number." "How is Emma?" "Thriving. Preschool graduation last month. Starts kindergarten in 2 weeks. She's happy, social, well-adjusted. She hasn't asked about them since February." "Not once?" "Not once." Judge nodded. Looked at my parents. "I'm extending the restraining order for another 6 months. Same terms. No contact. Review again in February." Bang, Mom stood up. Please, Your Honor, she's our granddaughter. She's his daughter. And you chose Tokyo over watching her become his daughter. This hearing is adjourned. They left defeated. I left relieved. September 4th. Emma's first day of kindergarten. She picked out her outfit. Pink dress with pockets. Light-up shoes she'd kept from the adoption day, still fit somehow. I'm nervous, Daddy. Me too, baby. You're nervous? First day of kindergarten is a big deal, for both of us. She held my hand tighter. But we're a team. Best team. Walked her to her classroom. She hesitated at the door. Then her teacher smiled and Emma went in. Turned back once to wave. I waved back. Other parents gathered outside, some crying. One mom looked at me. First kid? Only kid? You? Third. It doesn't get easier. We talked while waiting. She asked about Emma's mom. I said it was just us. Adoption. She nodded like that made perfect sense. Well, she seems like a great kid. She is. When Emma came out, she was beaming. I made 3 friends, and we painted, and I know all my letters. That's amazing. That night, she wanted to call someone to tell them about school. Picked up my phone. Can I call Grandma? First time she'd mentioned them in 6 months. Grandma's not available right now, baby. Oh, okay. She handed the phone back. Can I tell Teddy instead? Teddy was her stuffed bear. Absolutely. She told Teddy everything. He was a good listener. October 31st. Halloween. Emma wanted to be a butterfly. We made the costume together. Cardboard wings, glitter. So much glitter. Trick-or-treating in our neighborhood. She held my hand between houses. Other kids had both parents, grandparents, whole families. Emma had me. Daddy, look how much candy. I see it. Can we share? Of course. At home, we sorted candy on the living room floor. She made piles by color. Ate 3 chocolate bars before I made her stop. This was the best Halloween, she said. Sugar crashed on the couch. Yeah? Yeah, just me and you. Just us, baby. She fell asleep before I could carry her to bed. I sat there with her head in my lap, picking glitter out of her hair. Thought about the family who wasn't there. Thought about how Emma didn't miss them because she had what she needed. Me. And I had her. November 20th. Aunt Carol called from a new number. Jake, honey, I'm not supposed to contact you, but your mom is heartbroken. It's been almost a year. Don't I think what? That maybe it's time to forgive? They made a mistake. They stole $50,000, skipped Emma's adoption, called her not my real daughter. That's not a mistake, that's a pattern. They're family. So is Emma, and I chose her. They miss her. They missed her adoption. They don't get to miss her now. Hung up. Blocked that number too. December 15th. 1 year since adoption. Emma woke up excited. It's our anniversary, I taught her that word. That's right, 1 year since you became mine. Forever year. Forever year. We made it a tradition. Went back to the courthouse, stood outside, took a photo on the same steps where we'd walked in alone. This time she was taller, smiling bigger, more confident. Why are we here again? She asked. Because this is where our family started. Oh, cool. Simple as that to her. This building meant family, meant safety, meant me showing up. That night my phone buzzed. Mom, from another new number. 1 year since we missed court. I think about it every day. Can we please see her? Even just once? I stared at the message for a long time. Thought about the empty chairs. The 847 balance. The kid won't remember, text. Typed. No. Sent it. Blocked the number. Deleted the conversation. Put the phone down and went to tuck Emma in. Daddy? Yeah, baby? Are you happy? So happy. Why? Because you smile a lot now. More than before. Before the adoption. Before she was officially mine. Before I cut off the people who treated her like she didn't matter. That's because of you. Good. I smile because of you too. She fell asleep holding my hand, and I realized something. I wasn't angry anymore. Wasn't even sad. I'd built something better than revenge. I'd built a life where Emma knew she was chosen, where she felt safe, where she didn't wonder if she was real or legitimate or worthy. Because I showed her every single day that she was all three. The court record would exist forever. The restraining order stood. The payments continued. But those were just documentation. The real consequence? They'd missed everything. First day of preschool, graduation, Halloween costume, kindergarten, all the small moments that make a childhood. And Emma didn't miss them at all. Because she had what mattered. She had me showing up. Every single time. Present day. 18 months since the adoption. Emma is 4.5 now. Kindergarten graduate moving into first grade. She has 3 best friends named Sophie, Marcus, and a kid everyone calls Pickle, for reasons no one remembers. She's in soccer, terrible at it but loves it, runs in the wrong direction half the time. I cheer anyway. She still has the light-up shoes from adoption day. They're too small now, but she keeps them in her closet. My special shoes, she calls them. My parents have paid $27,000 of the $71,053 judgment. 18 payments of $1,500. Only missed 2. Richard's team sent collection notices both times. Payments resumed immediately. $44,053 remaining. 29 months to go. Emma will be almost 7 when it's paid off. The restraining order is still active. Reviewed every 6 months. Extended every time. Judge Martinez hasn't wavered once. Last hearing, Mom asked to address the court. Judge letter. Please, Your Honor, we've been paying. We've stayed away. We just want to see our granddaughter once. She's growing up without us. Judge looked at me. Mr. Peterson? No contact. Any change in Emma's well-being? None. She's thriving. Has she asked about them? Not in over a year. Judge extended the order another 6 months. The unopened cards sit in a box in my closet. Top shelf. Behind old tax returns and Emma's baby book from the foster system. They arrive like clockwork. Birthdays, Christmas, Easter. Random Tuesdays when Mom's feeling guilty. Generic cards. To our granddaughter, we love you. Sometimes with $5 bills inside. I can feel them through the envelope. I don't open them, don't throw them away. Emma doesn't know they exist. When she's older, 12, maybe 15, whenever she asks the questions I know are coming, I'll give her the box, let her decide what to do with them, along with the court documents, the bank records, the text screenshots, all of it. Here's what happened. Here's what they chose. Here's what I chose. Make your own decision. But not yet. Not while she's still learning to read chapter books and thinks the Tooth Fairy is a legitimate financial institution. February 14th. Valentine's Day. Also, her adoption anniversary month. Emma made Valentine's at school. Brought home a shoebox decorated with stickers. Inside, 23 cards from classmates. She read each one out loud. This one's from Sophie. She drew a cat. This one's from Marcus. He spelled my name wrong, but it's okay. Pure joy over paper cards with misspelled names. That's what childhood should be. Not knowing your grandparents stole from you. Not wondering why they're not around. Just being a kid. My phone buzzed. Richard. Final payment just cleared. They're current through February. 18 months of consistent payments. Good. They're trying, Jake. They're complying with a court order. That's different than trying. Fair point. March 23rd. Parent-teacher conference. Emma's teacher, Mrs. Rodriguez, showed me her work. Reading at 2nd grade level. Math is solid. Plays well with others. Shares. Listens. She's a lovely child, Mrs. Rodriguez said. So polite, always says please and thank you. We work on that. It shows. I do notice she sometimes draws pictures of just 2 people, her and one adult. I assume that's you? Yes? Does she see her other parent? I'm a single adoptive dad. It's just us. Ah. Well, she seems very secure. Some kids from single-parent homes struggle with attachment. Emma's remarkably well-adjusted. We're a good team. You certainly are. Walking out, I thought about what she'd said. Remarkably well-adjusted. Despite foster care. Despite 4 homes before me. Despite grandparents who chose Tokyo. Maybe not despite. Maybe because I removed the people who made her feel optional. April 9th. Emma's 5th birthday. Small party at our apartment. 6 kids. Pizza. Cake from the grocery store that Emma picked out herself. Chocolate with rainbow sprinkles and a plastic unicorn on top. We played musical chairs. Pin the tail on the donkey. Emma opened presents and said thank you for each one without me having to remind her. After everyone left, she crashed on the couch. Sugar crash. Happy exhaustion. Best birthday ever, Daddy. Yeah? Yeah. All my friends came. All her friends, not all her family. She didn't notice the difference. My phone buzzed. Mom, from yet another new number. Happy birthday to Emma. We're thinking of her today. We've paid $2,500 so far. We're trying to make this right. Please let us see her. I showed Emma the unicorn from her cake. Want to keep this guy? Yes. He can live on my shelf with the other unicorns. Deleted Mom's message. Blocked the number. Emma didn't notice. Too busy naming the plastic unicorn. June 15th. End of school year. Emma's class did a presentation. Each kid talked about their family, showed pictures. Sophie had 2 moms. Marcus had parents and grandparents and like 8 cousins. Pickle had a blended family situation too complicated for a 6-year-old to explain. Emma showed a photo of us from the courthouse anniversary. Year 2. Same steps. Both smiling. This is my daddy, she told the class. We're a family, just us. Some kids asked where her mom was. Emma shrugged. Don't have one, just daddy, that's enough. No sadness, no shame, just fact. Mrs. Rodriguez caught me after. She's very secure in your relationship. We work on that too. It shows. August 2nd, swimming lessons. Emma was terrified of water. We'd been working on it slowly. Today she jumped off the side into my arms. First time, huge accomplishment. I did it, Daddy. You did. Can I do it again? As many times as you want. She jumped 17 more times. I caught her every single one. In the parking lot after, she was wrapped in a towel, dripping, grinning. Today was so fun. Best day? Top 5. What are the other 4? She counted on her fingers. Adoption day. First day of kindergarten. My birthday. And Halloween when I was a butterfly. 4 memories. 4 milestones. All of them just us. My parents weren't in any of them. September 29th. Random Tuesday. Emma came home from school and asked, "What's a grandma?" My heart stopped. What? Sophie was talking about her grandma. She said grandmas bake cookies and give you money and stuff. What's that? It's your parents' mom or dad. Like how you have me, my parents are your grandparents. She thought about this. Do I have those? You do. Where are they? Far away. Do they send cookies? No, baby. Oh, okay. She pulled out her homework. Can you help me with math? Just like that. Satisfied with far away. Moved on to subtraction. I helped with her math and wondered if I'd handled it right. But she didn't ask again. Didn't seem bothered. Just accepted that some kids have grandmas who bake cookies and she has a dad who helps with homework. Both families. Different structures. Both enough? November 25th? Thanksgiving. We volunteered at a community dinner. Served food to families who needed it. Emma wore an apron 3 sizes too big and carried rolls to tables. Can I give them extra rolls, Daddy? Absolutely. She gave everyone extra rolls. Made people smile. After we got pizza and watched a movie at home. She fell asleep halfway through. My phone buzzed. Dad, from a new number. It's Thanksgiving, please. Family should be together. I looked at Emma asleep on my lap. At the empty pizza box. At the apartment we'd turned into home, typed, "We are together." Sent it. Blocked the number. Emma stirred. "Daddy?" "Right here, baby." "Good." Fell back asleep. December 15th. 2-year adoption anniversary. Emma woke up and announced, "It's our day." "That's right. Can we go to the special steps again?" "Absolutely." Same courthouse, same steps. 3rd year of photos. She was taller again, grinning bigger, held up 2 fingers. 2 years. 2 years. Forever years. Forever years. An older couple walked by, smiled at us. "Taking adoption anniversary photos?" "Yes, ma'am." "Beautiful tradition. We did the same with our son. He's 30 now. Still talks about those photos." Emma beamed at them. "We come every year." "Good. Those memories matter." They walked away. Emma looked up at me. "Why do the memories matter?" "Because they remind us we chose each other." "Oh, cool." Simple as that. After photos, we got ice cream. Emma ordered chocolate with sprinkles. I got vanilla because I'm boring. "Daddy?" "Yeah? Are you happy?" "The happiest." "Are you?" "The most happiest." "Most happy." That's what I said. We ate ice cream and watched people walk by. Father and daughter. 2 years official. Lifetime ahead. My phone buzzed. Mom. 2 years since we missed it. 2 years of paying. 2 years of missing her. "Please, Jake, Christmas is coming. Let us see her. We'll do anything." I read it twice. Then showed Emma her ice cream-covered face in my phone's camera. She laughed, deleted the message without responding. "Daddy, look, that dog is wearing a sweater." "I see him." She pointed at the dog, delighted. No idea what I just deleted. No idea what I was protecting her from. Just a kid. Eating ice cream, watching dogs in sweaters. That's all she needed to be. Present day. Right now. Emma is 4.5, almost 5. 1st grade in 2 months. She doesn't ask about grandparents anymore. Doesn't wonder where they are. Doesn't feel their absence because she never felt their presence. The court record is public. Searchable. Permanent. Someday she'll Google her own name. Find the restraining order, the civil judgment, the theft charges. All of it. And I'll be there to explain. They took money meant for you. They skipped the day you became mine. They said you wouldn't remember. I made sure you remembered differently. Not by telling her they abandoned her, but by showing her I never did. The cards will be hers to open, or burn, or keep sealed. Her choice. The money will be paid eventually. $44,053 more. 29 months. Or longer if they miss payments. I don't care about the money anymore. Never really did. I care about the record, the documentation, the proof that when it mattered, I chose Emma, and they chose Tokyo. Some nights I wonder if I'm too harsh, if I should let them see her, let her know them, give them a chance to be better. Then I remember the empty chairs, the $840 balance. The kid won't remember text. And I put Emma to bed, read her stories, listened to her say, "Good night, Daddy," like it's the most natural thing in the world. Because to her, it is. She doesn't know what she's missing because she has what she needs. Love, stability, someone who shows up. Every single time. That's the lesson. That's the consequence. That's the gift. They chose a vacation. I chose her. And she'll remember that forever. Not because I told her. Because I showed her. Every morning. Every night. Every moment in between. I showed up. They didn't. And in the end, that's the only truth that matters. Epilogue. Years from now, when Emma's older, she'll find this story. The court documents, the texts, the evidence. She'll read the words. The kid won't remember today anyway. And she'll think about her childhood. The courthouse anniversary photos, the soccer games, the homework help, the ice cream Tuesdays, the way I showed up, always. And she'll understand. She won't remember the adoption day itself. Not really. She was 3. But she'll remember every day after. Every time I chose her. Over comfort, over family, over everything. She'll remember she was worth it. Worth the lawsuit. Worth the boundaries. Worth the loneliness of being the only one who showed up. And maybe, she'll understand why I did it. Not out of anger, not out of revenge, but out of love. The kind that protects, the kind that stays, the kind that says, you were worth more than their vacation. You were worth everything. And I made sure everyone knew it. That's what I'll tell her, when she's ready to hear it. Until then, we'll keep taking courthouse photos, keep eating ice cream, keep being a team. Just us, the way it was always meant to be.